is the rhythm of the heart? How are the signs when you fall apart? Who turned the river from its path, and what is the rhythm of the heart? Only now can take you up when you're down in a hole. Not only tears wake you up when released from control. Like a dewdrop evaporates in the sky, like a field that burns and never dies. Here's your chance to navigate, 'cause life can be full of better days. What is the rhythm of the heart? Wonder how the stars shine from afar. See how life fills a hollow. What is the rhythm of the heart? Break a seal, don't surrender, face up, just restore. Bearing ripeness of the fruit of your labor as you walk through the door. Dancing twilight in a circle, holding hands. Feel the cycle of the draw of the land. Create a chant that never dies. Rejoice in the flame of the pyre. What is the rhythm of the heart? Wonder how the stars shine from afar. See how life fills a hollow. What is the rhythm of the heart? Only now can take you, only cheers can make you, only love can make you mine. It's a question of time.
Thank you, David Hull. Herzlich willkommen zu unserer 6. Show, Indie Ahner Music für your TIPI. 1000 Dank an Twin.fm, die das uns hier ermöglichen. Und auch vielen, vielen Dank an Alex TV, die das ausstrahlen. Wir haben heute 2 Gäste hier. Zum einen habt ihr gerade David Hull gehört. Ich bin sehr froh, dass du kommen konntest, David. Und auch sehr froh, dass Kitty kommt. Und das werden auch meine letzten deutschen Worte sein. Im Übrigen, liebe Freunde, wir springen wieder zum wunderbaren Englisch, weil wir uns dazu entschlossen haben. Kitty, schön, dass du dabei bist.
Ja, super.
Und why am I speaking in German?
What?
What?
It's a change of
Kitty, I'd say we just continue with your first song.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
then I play a song.
Then you can play a song.
Okay.
And you can tell us something about it later if you like.
Yes, of
Yes?
course.
Okay.
Okay.
Kitty Solaris.
I'd like to stay alone at my cozy home, 'cause there's a cold wind blowing out in town. I don't need you on to tell me how it sounds, to tell me I don't have the right to look for love tonight, to look for love tonight. Let's pretend for this moment nothing has come. Let's cherish the night to the fading light, to the fading light. Who are you to tell me the truth from your ignorant youth? To tell me I don't have the right to look for love tonight, to look for love tonight. I'm matching only for tonight, so you better leave now to the morning light, to the morning light, to the morning light, to the morning light. I don't need you around to tell me how it sounds, to tell me I don't have the right to look for love tonight, 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 to the fading light, to the fading light, to the fading light.
Kitty, would you say that that's a song full of hope, or would you say it's a very, very sad song?
It's a winter song.
That's what it
I
sounded
had the
like.
idea after my last record release party.
Yeah?
It was in winter time. It was fucking cold.
You're allowed to swear here, by the way.
What?
No, nothing.
Yeah, it was really cold and
nothing.
full of snow. And after the record release party, next days, I sat at home and it was so cold. I sat at home in my kitchen and
Yeah.
it was really, really cold. And I was inspired by the night of the record release party.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
But in a good way.
in a good way. It was a brilliant party and I was getting really drunk.
Which can be nice.
Really, yeah, it was. But at the end, it was a little bit strange, but it inspired me.
That's great. And your next song?
I sing a song also about the record release party. It's called
Yeah? That's good. About the same record release party, or was it
the
another
same
one?
one. The same one. It's called Soul Brother.
Wow, I think I would have loved to have been there, you know? It sounds like
was
a great
fantastic.
party.
Yeah.
Damn. Next time I have to come.
It's a kind of a gay song.
Gay song.
It's in a gay disco. You can imagine to be in a gay disco, and all the people singing this song called Soul Brother. Life is short, it won't last forever. Kiss me now, how couldn't it be alright? This fever will pass in the morning light. If we will part now, it will be alright. The chance will be gone in the morning light. We are no soul brothers, we are alone in this world. We are no soul brothers. Just give me a word. Just give me a word. Better leave now before it gets too tight. This fever will pass in the morning light. If we were partner, it will be alright. The chance will be gone in the morning light. We are no soul brothers. We are alone in this world. We are no soul brothers. Just give me a word. Just give me a word. Tomorrow we'll wake up in the bright daylight. It's not bad to regret. We're still alright. We're still alright. We're still alright. We're still alright. We are no soul brothers. We are alone in this world. We are no soul brothers. Just give me a word. 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 Just give me a word.
Thank you, Kitty. Kitty Solaris isn't your real name, but
No.
you don't have to tell us your real name because last time we had two guests here, and one was called Vincent Beya, and I'm like, what's your real name, Vincent? He's like, that's none of your business right now and right here. So anyway, you may tell us in a later point. You may tell us now. You may never tell us.
I mean, I'm here as an artist, and my artist name is Kitty Solaris.
That is a better answer than Vincent could ever have given us. Vincent, if you're watching, I think of you every now and then. Kitty, we were talking about your fourth album, which is upcoming, where you've been collaborating on a lot of. No.
No, it's already released in 2030.
Oh, really? The fourth one?
Yeah, the fourth one is already released. It's called what is the name? We Stop the Dance.
Okay.
And it's very poppy. We had a lot of collaborations with interesting persons.
Yeah, that's what you said, which is really, really great to collaborate with a lot of different people. Yeah.
We had, for example, the Rooftop Runners in the backing chorus.
Yeah.
At We Stop the Dance, we had Elias Khan, who played guitar at a couple of songs. And we had Maike Eimers. She played the flute.
Yeah.
She's playing also at the Adriano Celentano Gebäck Orchestra. They cover Italian songs from Adriano Celentano. They are so fantastic. I don't know if you ever seen it, but they are stars.
But they actually cover it in Italian or in a different...
In Italian,
yeah, okay, yeah.
but they all come from Germany. I think one singer, she's coming from Italy. Yeah, she's a musician.
She does all the translating, yeah. She
Yes,
tells all the
I
others what
guess,
they're actually singing about,
It's
yeah.
strange. It's strange in a way.
Yeah.
But cool. And I like these Italian hits.
Yeah.
And, Albano and Romina Power.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, they were
Adriano
great.
Celentano.
Yeah, they're the classic. They're the classics, yeah.
Yeah, and
especially
we had,
Celentano.
Yeah. And a lot of people helped us. We had a great producer. He worked with us when the album was nearly finished.
Yeah.
And he made it absolutely brilliant.
This was Nico that we were talking about.
No, Nico recorded the album.
Okay.
And he did the album before, Golden Future Paris. He mixed and recorded everything and mastered it. He's fantastic. Nikola Jeremic,
Okay.
long time collaboration. But he moved to Tübingen now to found a family.
He found a family. Oh, that's
Founding
great.
a family.
Oh, founding. I thought he found
Yeah,
one down in
a kid.
Tübingen.
A kid and Prio helped us. Prio Tagliaferro helped us with the last album. He mixed 6 songs and mastered the whole
Oh wow, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
and he worked in a studio in London with big acts like James Blunt.
Oh wow.
And
My favourite.
yeah,
He is?
so beautiful.
A lot of influence there.
Yeah, totally. I guess that it was your idol.
Yeah.
He was your idol.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do I not believe anybody right now? Yeah, but that's really fantastic. And
Yeah.
but now you said you're sort of drifting away from the collaborative and sort of reducing your style again.
Yeah.
You wanted to get back to your person and the guitar.
Because it's too expensive to tour with a whole band. It's not worth to tour with more than 1 or 2 people.
It's so good that somebody actually says it, you know?
Yeah.
Because so many people are like, yeah, no, it's an what do you call it, organisatorisch. It's an organizing thing, and sort of drift around the whole expense thing. And of course it is an important aspect. If you're just paying on top, you know, some people might get annoyed after a while.
Yeah,
No.
I think it's, you have to do it alone or with 2 people. And so I think with the new album I wanted to alone or with another person. But drivers are also good because I have no car license.
So it is a bit of an organizational thing as well.
Yeah, for example, I need a driver with a car license, or I go alone by train.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you have a car license?
Yeah.
Could you maybe
Yeah.
drive her?
If you want, I'm cheap.
Okay, we
I'm
can
cheap
think
for it.
about it.
Because she has to be in Portugal tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Well,
Yeah.
we can do that.
If you
yeah,
go
I've got
now, we
a
can make it.
Ferrari or
Okay,
something.
sorry guys, that's the end of the show. These guys have to get a car and go to Portugal. Okay, cool. Then, David, are you actually really gonna drive her to Portugal? I mean,
Yeah, if she asks.
if she asks, I mean, okay, we don't really know. We don't really think it's gonna happen, is it? Are we, man?
Yeah. I would be stopping along the way quite too
Stopping
often.
long, just having long extended breaks all the time. David, would you rather just play your next song and then we talk a bit, or shall I ask? Come on, I'd say we play the next song and then I ask you some
whatever.
dodgy questions.
You're the boss.
No, actually, the artists are always the boss.
All right then, no.
All right, then I won't.
No, okay, get them out the way. Get the songs out the way.
This is about the music. It's not about the talking.
So this song is called Crow,
Crow.
on my new album, Wrap Them Up.
Great.
Birds fly south and the leaves fall down upon the stolen autumn ground. The sun is gone and the crow flies in to usher in the newborn king upon the branch in the sullen sky, like a statue way up high. Why should I leave my nest for you? 'Cause I built it up strong and it's not for you. It's winter time that comes and you won't escape the call, 'cause it won't go away. So natural, can hear him say. Lie naked fields on a fertile land that have shed their crops that were in demand. Now tunnel down and find your warmth before Jack Frost comes around. Jack Frost with his fawny crown, feeling like the king of the town. Why should I leave my nest for you? 'Cause I built it up strong and it's not for you. It's winter time that comes and you won't escape the call, 'cause it won't go away. so natural, you can hear him say.
So David, you've been here for quite a while, right?
Yes,
In Berlin.
very long, yeah.
Because when I spoke to Kitty just now, she wouldn't believe that that you've actually been here since 1986.
Didn't believe that.
And she was like, "No, that's impossible." But and then she said, which is really funny because you two have known each other for quite a while. She said you have lived you lived in Spain for a while as well.
Yeah.
Was that before
No,
86?
during
this time in between, yeah.
Spain, Ireland, and bit America. Yeah.
Bit of America, but this was like between 86 and like 92, 93 when you started hitting off with Aiden, or was it between now and between then and now?
This was
just
between the whole time
the
from
whole
86 to now, yeah.
Wow.
The last time I left was 2005 or something, yeah.
Well, did you always have this urge every couple of years, like to get out, and what drew you back?
Yeah, I always thought that I should sort of see other places and that. I mean, Berlin was like a base, and I just would spring off somewhere else from Berlin, yeah, and drew me back. Yeah, well, I suppose the lifestyle here, you know, like
Yeah.
it's quite easy to live here, and a lot of nice people, and you can do your art. In other places, it's more like real life.
Yeah. this is real life. Get back to it.
Yeah. Well, no, this is Well, you could say this is real life. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. It's like the other is reality, but this is real life.
Yeah.
Two different things, probably. And yeah, I really like that concept of you guys having a fake Russian band where you put on beards and say the random odd Smirnov or something like that, yeah, to seem like you were Russian. But then actually Eastern European people came over. That's what you said, and then you had to flatten out this idea, didn't you?
Yeah, we couldn't do it anymore. Anyway, we were a bit dodgy playing. I mean,
But it's funny.
We
you
knew
know.
about 4 or 5 songs. There was like 8 of us or something, and we actually played once when the wall was about to fall. The rumour was outside Brandenburg Gate,
Yeah.
and all the press were there and everything, and but it didn't fall that night. But we played a concert there. It was quite a cool thing.
Wow.
And we just played in bars and stuff, and yeah, it was a good way of making money. And
Yeah.
it's
But then how long did this last? Just about?
about a year.
Really,
The
a year.
Bolakovs, yeah.
The Bolakovs.
From Bolakovia. Yeah.
But derived from bollocks, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic name, actually. The Bolakovs.
Yeah.
That's really great. We're basically on to your third song then.
Good. Then I will play it.
Yes, that would be lovely, David, if you played it.
It's a privilege to play it. It's called Patterns of Love.
I gotta move on. I got these patterns of love in me. She got me, I got her, I can't move on. I've got these, we've got these patterns of love. We gotta move on. Comfort zone, no good. She's not fair, I'm not good, and I think that I don't want others to tell me. Got to move, patterns of love. How do we got to go east, I don't know. Just got to move, and I don't know. These patterns of love are killing me. Comfort zone, patterns of love.
Thank you.
I like that. I liked it in its brevity. It was quite short.
Yes, I like the idea of doing short songs. It's sort of to the point.
I know. I liked it because it had a very like poem-like pattern.
And simple words, simple direct words. I like.
Yeah.
A bit childish.
Yeah, but it's I like the concept of shortness, to be honest. We've
You're calling me short?
are you talking about me?
Everyone always calls.
Are we getting personal right now? We're actually onto a group discussion now, and I actually think that we can set off from "it's difficult to stay modest," something that you said earlier on.
I did say that. Yeah.
You said that difficult to stay modest. I sort of like the concept. I'm not sure whether it's something we can actually talk about. Do you know artists that are anything but modest here in Berlin?
What is modest?
Modest is Bescheidenheit, yeah.
If I know artists that are modest,
Yeah, no, that are not modest. I mean,
they are not modest.
Yeah.
Also, they are not. Also Künstler, die nicht bescheiden sind.
Yeah. Like full of themselves. We sort of had that.
Ein paar kenne ich, die sind sehr angenehm.
Angenehm. Angenehm unmodest.
I don't know. Also, I mean, it depends. Some people, some artists, of course, are a little bit, wie sagt man, narcissist?
Yeah, but
Narzisstic?
yeah.
I don't know.
Up their bum.
I mean, in a way, you have to be.
Exactly. That's sort of the question, isn't it?
You have to be, in a way.
You have to, yeah.
To sell yourself, but
That's the problem, isn't it? You can't. That's the problem. The people that don't sell themselves don't get anything, do they? And that's especially in the art world.
yeah, but sometimes they get on my nerves because I think.
Me too.
Yeah. I met a fashion designer last week, and I got to know a fashion designer. She's quite cool. And she said the fashion world get on her nerves because everybody is a little bit like ego shooters a lot, and she thinks you can also do something without being like that. I think that too.
Well, I think someone once told me that the Renaissance, going back to history, in the it brought on this problem because before. Artists, musicians were just like plumbers, Klempner, carpenters, musician, court jester, and that it was a similar thing. An artist wasn't special.
It was like a job.
Yeah.
Where? When?
In the 1600s, a long time ago. In the past, and then for some reason it becomes like if you say, "Oh, I'm a musician," everyone, you're a musician, But maybe it shouldn't. I mean, I think I heard in the DDR it was a bit like that. No, it was more like a musician was as a musician. It wasn't anything special. It's just a job you do. Yeah.
Im Osten war es ein Handwerk. They are very well. The musicians from the DDR are very well educated. They have learned a lot.
I mean, like I do ceramic,
Ceramic,
and I know some professors of ceramic from the East, and they're like, it was a job, ceramic.
Yeah.
And I think here in the West, I mean, the wall has fallen, sorry, but in the West,
the divide lives on.
It's so like ceramic laden. It seems so like, oh, I'm a special ceramic artist. Maybe we should stop thinking like that and see artists as more like a job, and then therefore there would be maybe more acceptance of them and more money for them.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, but if
it's
the
not
art
livable.
would be paid, I don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit sad. So many competencies and so many things, and for nothing. Or I mean, CDs does not get sold sometimes. I have a couple of CDs at my home from artists from my label, and they don't get sold. I don't. Yeah, I send them to the distribution, and half of them are coming back, and it's so sad because it's so good music and so good, so many good records, and it really makes me sad. But what will you do? Maybe you have to find other ways.
Yeah, maybe you have to find other ways, but there's always I think there is always a point about necessity as well, you know. If you go into a supermarket, you may have, what do you call it, like cross or upselling. You may have your chocolate and you're like, I really need a chocolate right now. And then there might be a CD and you're like, well, I like that CD, I like that artist, then I'll buy the CD as well. But you don't go into a supermarket, go into a supermarket to buy bread and marmalade. So I think there's sort of a difference between entertainment and necessity. And that's basically something with all the downloading and, you know, people not buying CDs anymore. I think it's a pretty sad sort of a sad development. Because when I was like 15 or 16, for me, buying a CD was a necessity every week.
Yeah.
It was like buying a bread.
It's
Like literally, I didn't live from it,
yes.
but I did live from it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
It was like compulsory to go somewhere and to listen to music and, you know, make my mind work in different ways.
What did you buy?
I bought a CD.
What kind of? I mean, what musician?
Death metal.
Completely. I mean, for instance, my favorite album, and I basically infected all of my friends, is an album called Boogaloo by a band called Dorian Gray. Nobody has ever heard of them. They're from Sweden. I think it was the only collaboration they ever did, like with them. One of them is a pretty renowned Swedish artist called Firi or Piri.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is my favorite album. It's sort of like jazz hip hop, and it's my favorite album of all times. Mm-hmm. And if you ask me what kind of music, then I think I did buy Finnish death metal bands as well. And sometimes it was easy listening, and it was really a mix of everything.
What year was this, if I'm roughly?
It started 93 to 98, I'd say. I got my first CD, which is funny actually. It was on my 13th birthday, because I'm 34. Thanks very much. It was on my 13th birthday, 1993. And a friend of mine gave me an Ice-T CD. And my father said, yeah, you know, after the birthday party, you know, my father was like, yeah, but you know, son, you know, tapes, we have so many tapes, we really don't need CDs. And we didn't have a CD recorder at that time. And then a couple of years later, you know, everybody had CDs and everybody was buying them like crazy. I mean, I can remember in the mid-90s, I had friends, they bought 10 CDs a month.
I think like music and fashion go hand in hand, and like for instance, it was people used to connect themselves more in the past. Even that's why I asked you what year was it, to a trend or to a particular like a mod, a punk, or indie or something like that. It gets less important nowadays, I think. You know, music for the young people. You know, the young people are like a bit of everything, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not like one thing. I mean, we used to always...
You're either mod or punk,
I mean,
but you can't be a mod punk.
Yeah, and you had your gangs, you had your things, and you had your music to go with it.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit different now. I think the industry has got in, and
because that's actually an interesting point. We started from this modesty talk just now, but we spoke about something else. We spoke about how as basically a non-learned musician who didn't learn music at the university or like as a Handwerk. Nowadays, you can watch YouTube tutorials and you can learn how to make an electronic track or even a track with your guitar and simple home recording methods and be a musician fairly quickly. You know, so there isn't this process of evolvement that you see with some artists.
Capitalism has taken over. Capitalism looks at every humanity and says, well, we can make money from that. We can, you know, sell youngsters this program to be a musician, and they've done that. We can take every part of society and exploit and make money from it, I think that's the problem.
Or
I'm
yeah,
not a communist.
yeah,
but-
or you can actually really say, I mean, that's basically the bottom line. People are told you can be somebody else every day. You know, tomorrow I'll be somebody else than I was today, and after
well,
tomorrow I
that's
can
the
be somebody
thing where
else.
you
You know?
say modesty and that, like this whole thing of Facebook and this whole. Sorry if I sound like an old man, but I mean, you know, it's all about. I watched this last night on television, no? And everyone, you know, and I'm into this film, and yeah, as if it's completely interesting, but it's not interesting, is it? I mean, people tell everyone else. It's like a bit of a vanity. And that's why I stopped.
What does vanity
It means being eitel.
Eitelkeit. Yeah.
And that's why, for instance, I stopped Facebook because I was becoming vain. Because I was looking, who's contacted me? You know, oh, I'm here, and all that stuff. And I was sick of myself.
Yeah, everybody's like Andy Warhol said, everybody's a star for 15 minutes.
Right.
And of course, the fashion and the capitalism and the music get together. For example, if you go shopping, I like shopping a lot.
Yeah,
And
we go one day.
We're capitalists.
I like shopping, and then when I go shopping, then I hear all this great pop music at
Nice.
all the shops. And yeah, they sell their stuff, the clothes with the pop music, and it's strange. And then everything is, all the fashion is created at the sweatshops in Bangladesh or somewhere else. It's tricky. So it's a strange.
So basically, you're blaming pop music to forget sweatshops in Bangladesh and then buy that nice skirt anyway.
Not at all.
No, I'm
I like
going a bit
it.
farther.
I like to go there, and I like to listen to to watch the clothes, and I like to listen to the music. But of course, that's one thing. But on the other side, I'm aware of this. I'm conscious about the other side. So it's a tricky thing. This was what I was talking about to the fashion designer that I talked to last week. It was very interesting things that she also told me when she traveled a lot and saw some things, and it was interesting. But we're living in a strange world, and it's.
But you mean explicitly the Western capitalized world, or what do you mean?
No,
generally
you cannot generalize. You cannot generalize. Everything has one side, and you can never generalize. And it's. I don't want to blame anybody, and who am I to blame you or who you are you? It's.
No, but I mean it's not a blame game. I was just basically going on to this designer girl. She will probably have experienced, when she walks through Alexa here at Alexanderplatz, she'll have a different experience than walking through a side street in Cambodia. You know what I mean? So there are different realities, you know, and it's quite probably like you said, you know, when you went off to Spain or lived in America, that's a different reality, isn't it? I mean, even though it's a Western civilization, people have, I don't know, different ideas of things. But now we're sort of, I don't know, we got lost. Where were we? We were somewhere with modesty and... So what's the bottom line then with modesty? Is it livable? Is authenticity livable nowadays?
I think you don't have to be maybe authentic. What is it? I mean, I don't know. I'm not so sure about it.
You don't have to be authentic.
No. You can, in the modern world, you can invent yourself, or create yourself as another thing. I don't know. Sometimes it's interesting also to be not authentic, because there are, for example, in the history there are groups, for example, like I have nothing in my mind at the moment, but there are a lot of groups that are working with the concept of not being authentic.
Yeah. I actually like that idea because asking about authenticity, just when I asked it, I was like, oh man, that's a crap,
What is it?
that's a crap
I mean,
question,
what,
you know?
what do you mean with authenticity?
No, exactly, but I like the way you turn it around and say people live from the fact of not being it on purpose. You know, they say. Well, I mean, if you look at the glam or glitter era, you know, like Gary Glitter and what were their name and Mark. What do you call it?
Bolan.
T-Rex and Mark Bolan, T-Rex.
Or David Bowie, for example.
Yeah, I mean, that was like an Inszenierung. What's that in English? It's like
It's staged.
it's staged. I mean, he's staged on purpose, and in some sense, it was him, and in some sense, it just wasn't him.
This is what I really like about pop music, about pop, for example. That there's some kind of Inszenierung und das finde ich interessant. Ich mag es zum Beispiel, wie David Bowie sich inszeniert hat und es war trotzdem immer noch ein Teil seiner Persönlichkeit, denke ich.
Yeah, but damals, I mean, that was something else. I mean, it had a longer longevity. Nowadays, you have this be a star for a day, TV shows and stuff like that, and people are a star for like a month. Before it was maybe 6 years, you know, like, I don't know. I think it all depends. I don't think pop has a life span more than a few years, because it's just for the time. And if you want to keep going with your art, you have to be authentic. I think you have to
Maybe
be
not
true.
go with the flow or go
You
with
have to
trends.
go
and so
with
on.
with your inner thing, and be strong about it. And it's a struggle, and it's difficult, and most people can't achieve that because it's just too difficult now. But some people can.
Yeah.
Not many. I mean, Leonard Cohen, I think, is a good example of someone who can. It's very authentic.
Yeah, but
you know.
but this is going back 40 years, you know, as well, just like Rolling Stones.
There's not many people that.
But a band like Wilco, for instance, I mean, they've been around for 20 years or something. I think Wilco is a pretty good example of keeping on with their thing, and there's a big fan base, you know, not having to go with trends. Anyway, thank you very much for that. Kitty, we're on to your third song.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, already?
Okay, and then I play another one.
That would be lovely.
You can call it love, you can call it fiction, you can call it love. Maybe it's just addiction, maybe it's just addiction. You become a slave under her command. Give her what she needs, give her what she wants, give her what she wants. Was a gold mine, didn't realize. Was a gold mine, didn't realize in time. You can tear my heart out, throw it on the floor, jump on over it. I don't need it anymore, need it anymore. Was a gold mine, you didn't realize. Was a gold mine, we didn't realize in time. You become a slave under her command. Give her what she needs, give her what she wants, give her what she wants. Was a gold mine. You didn't realize. Was a gold mine. You didn't realize in time. You can call it love, you can call it picture, you can call it love. Maybe it's just addiction, maybe it's just addiction.
Merci, Kitty. As we have had a prolonged, longer group discussion, we are jumping straight over to David again. David, you are playing your fourth song already.
Right, I just have to put the...
You're gonna tune your...
Well, because this is a
tune
child's guitar, when I put this capo on, it has a tendency to go out of tune. So if you don't mind, I'll just tune that.
Do as you must.
Well, it's better like to have a little bit of a silly moment here than to have a big silly moment in the song.
Very wise words.
That sounds alright now.
What's the next song you're playing?
It's called Ragged Trouser Brigade. It's about a guy, a true story about a guy during the First World War, and he basically dressed up as a colonel, and it's just about these times, interesting times.
But wait a sec, you're not that old. I mean, First World War seems a bit... Where did you get the story from?
Well, I'm 97.
97 already. Well, you look damn good, I can tell you that much.
It's a lot of plastic surgery. Okay, I just, read it or something.
Okay.
To a culprit, condemned, men of mills and fields, you work the face, know your face. You made the blade, so now plunge them. Born out of wisdom, no good lot. You left Southampton for a field that you could never dream of. Your taste mud and gore, your taste mud and gore. Fear not, young one, go meet your maker. He likes the sons that fight other battles with useful hands that die of waste. Ragged trouser brigade, ragged trouser brigade. They parade in scarlet fever through the town with pomp and valor. Go to war, you might as well. There's nothing left to fight here for. Fresh off the boat, hoarded like cattle, until the boring they did go. They got the shit scared out of them. Unlawful mental abuse, unlawful mental abuse. Word was out, news spread farce. A mutiny was going strong. They'd had enough of this fruitless struggle that was stuck in blood and stained in mud, that was stuck in blood and stained in mud. 20,000 missing men escaped to the forest, a sanctuary. They lived in hollows on their wits, with berries and hope. No heroes with berries and hope. No heroes. The ruling classes promised much. An amnesty was talked of, but the ruling classes deceive so much, and no one lives past the firing squad. Percy Topless was hunted down, the most wanted man to be frowned, killed without trial by an illegal shot. Percy's story lives on. Percy's story lives on.
Was that Percy? Was his name Percy?
Percy Topless, yeah. He was a guy that was, he was born in the middle of England, not far from Middlesbrough, and he wanted to get out of the poverty of 1910. The war came along, he joined up in the war, basically because of poverty. Well, he was also had to. And then he started dressing up as a colonel during the war, and he was a private, and he used to go to the officers' clubs, and
Wow, yeah.
and he was really like quite a hero. And there was people probably don't know this, there was a mutiny during the First World War, where they actually said, we've had enough of the war,
Yeah.
and there was. Rumour has it that he was part of this mutiny, this Percy Topless. They went to live in a forest near the Somme in France, and there were German, French, English. All the soldiers went there. 20,000 of them. The French soldiers marched on Paris, were stopped, sent back to no man's land where they were shot and
really?
Killed off. And
They were deserters, basically.
yeah, you got
Yeah.
shot for being a deserter then. And then this Percy Topless guy, he was a wanted man, because he was dressing up as a colonel and he
Yeah.
was taking the piss out of everything. War ended, he went back into the army, actually, and started to sell illegal oil to taxi drivers and stuff like that. And he was just going around like he was a sort of modern day Robin Hood.
Like he actually helped people because it's funny because when you said he was a private that dressed up as a colonel, do you know the story of the Hauptmann von Köpenick?
No.
It's fairly similar, and it was the most well known movie. I think the movie was done a couple of times, but the most well known was with Heinz Rühmann, who you will know, Kitty. Heinz Rühmann.
Ja, Heinz Rühmann kenne ich.
Yeah, Heinz Rühmann. Yeah,
I've heard of the film.
yeah, and the Hauptmann von Köpenick is just a classic. I think he was a private as well, and then he went into some store. This was after the First World War. He went into a store and bought a colonel's dress as well.
Oh, right.
And then he went running around and pretending he was the Hauptmann. He was one of the main what do you call it, like a mayor or something like that, or the military mayor of Köpenick, which is like a part of Berlin, as you will know. So it's kind of similar. He played a Robin Hood kind of role as well. It's interesting.
Yeah, and especially in those days, because, I mean, you know, it was to have, yeah, I mean, it was very extreme, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, because you just got shot straight away,
yeah,
didn't
things
you?
like that,
if you
yeah,
get
like,
caught, you know.
Or
Not a trial or
tortured
anything.
in the square where people come along and throw stones at your head.
Yeah.
It was something extreme, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this. And was Topless his real last name?
Yeah,
Or did he
that's-
always run around topless?
No, that was his funny name, isn't it? Percy Topless.
It's a great name,
Percy
actually.
Topless.
Percy
Cool.
Topless.
I think it's a good name as well.
And of
You
course,
can
I mean,
make a
now,
new project with a name, Percy Topless.
of course, because of propaganda reasons, this was kept quiet, and some
Yeah.
of it maybe is not that true. I mean, I've looked it up in Wikipedia and
Yeah.
stuff, and but even now it's still kept quiet, and even after 100 years after the First World War, I thought this would be stories coming out of some of the history, what's really went on.
First
Yeah.
Not really, not really.
But nobody wants to admit that they've been deceived by one single person. You know what I mean? Like a whole system being deceived.
And especially
It's
as well,
crazy.
it was also a class thing too, because he
Yeah.
was it was also the class system coming into, especially in English now, because he was from the lower classes, and you had the upper classes that were deceived.
Yeah.
That's another
Taking
thing.
the piss out of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. I like that story. Percy Topless then, yeah. You're on to your 5th? Can you believe it?
All
Is
right.
this another story?
This is I'm going to do a very short one. This is oh yes. Oh my God. This is a story. But it's, I don't know if I like to tell it. But it's.
You don't have to
No,
tell it.
I won't. But it's because it's a bit dodgy. Oh, it's a bit. I don't know.
We'll just hear it.
Now that's the icing on a cake, a bursted cherry that exploded in the night. Goes out in a fright. Got your knee jerk in your way. Got the bit between you say. Was a heartthrob, now a burnout, and was getting bolder, and you had to let him down. You had to let him down. Maybe love can help you, our universe can take you in. Life is simple, give it much, don't be a pawn of fate that went out in the night, went out in a fight. The more the music beats have elemental force, it shakes you.
Another one for brevity. That's great. I like the shortness. I really do like it.
Yeah, I mean, short attention spans.
Short attention spans. Yeah. Talking about short attention spans.
I have another short one too.
You have another short one?
Yeah, klar.
Oh, that was
Short
it.
Small
attention
talk,
span.
small talk. We can do some more small talk then. After this song.
Don't you like small talk? Small talk is really
Yeah, I
good.
like it.
Small talk's
The song
important.
is called Small Talk.
It's called small talk.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love small talk.
I don't know what to say. Now we go separate ways. I don't want to discuss what went wrong between us. We can turn back the clock and make a new start. I wouldn't believe a word you say. I need a new upgrade. How is your sister and how is your father? How is your sister and how is your mother? How is your sister and how is your father? How is your sister and how is your mother? I don't wanna know. I just don't wanna know. I don't wanna know, no, 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 no. I just don't wanna know. we go on to fight. You always wanna be the one who's right. I don't wanna prove you wrong. Let it go and let go on. How is your sister and how is your father? How is your sister and how is your mother? How is your sister and how is your father? How is your sister and how is your mother? I don't wanna know. I just don't wanna know. I don't wanna know, no, 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 no. I just don't wanna know.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bit of cotton in your trousers.
Huh? Bit of cotton on my trousers. Yeah, I'm just wondering. It's really interesting right now.
What?
There's a bit of cotton on my trousers. Oh yeah. Kitty, I like this part in between where you say, you know, the bit about your father and your mother and sister. How do you think of something like that? I was really wondering, because at the sound check you played the song as well, and I was wondering that's a very interesting turn to the song.
Yeah, I think so too. It just came in my mind. I don't know how. I can't control it.
Yeah.
I guess the songs or the text and the melody and all the tones, they come in a kind of alpha
Wave.
or alpha Zustand. Very relaxed, not thinking about it. For example, I can plan a song, or I can't say I do this. It's just it has to be in a completely relaxed situation. And then you get some waves from
God.
The cosmos.
And then the song is coming. So you can't. I wouldn't say it's my song. It's just I had the idea and I realized it, and this is the creative point, I guess.
So basically it must be sort of unconscious, you know, to a certain extent.
I think of course there are special ways to write songs, but for me it's a connection to the unconscious. And so many people asked me why my name is Solaris, and it just came to me in an unconscious way. But then I heard about the film and the book Solaris, and I heard that it's a trip into the unconsciousness. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a trip into the unconsciousness, and so. This is the way how I do music. It's a trip into unconsciousness.
Yeah.
But unconsciousness becomes conscious, so it's quite interesting.
Do you think you live a lot in the unconscious?
Most people live in the unconsciousness, but they don't know about it. But
wait a sec. Yeah. I'm sort of getting confused. I'm like, yeah, of course everybody lives in the unconsciousness. But yeah, the things that happen and certain reactions that you have happens unconsciously, sort of. But don't you think that most people suppress it through everything you do, like alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, watching television, and that's sort of the central theme of the movie as well. Is Stanley Kubrick, isn't it? Solaris.
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty weird because this guy is in space and he's all alone in space and he starts talking to the supercomputer. But basically, it's like as if one of us had to go into a cave and live in the cave alone, you know. I think we'd all think we go crazy, but it's just what we really feel, and everybody's afraid of what we really feel.
Yeah, I guess it is. It's a way to get, for example, I guess art. Every art, maybe also painting or whatever, ceramics, is a kind to come to the kind of unconscious. One way unconscious, and the other way it's a kind of meditation. But meditation is also kind to get to the unconscious.
Yeah.
So I think that's the point that I'm interested in.
But it's interesting that it also came about in your name as well. I think
But it
just certain things just come
coincidence. It was just coincidence, but maybe it was not coincidence. I don't know.
Yeah. maybe you read it like 3 weeks before.
Yes, I guess it's like that. I just see what it's in the air, and then I get it, and
then you grasp it and use it. So, Kitty, are there any upcoming gigs?
I think in November I have a gig, end of November, at Hangar 49.
It's Holzmarktstraße, isn't it?
Holzmarktstraße. Yeah. I've never been in this place. Somebody asked me if I can do support for a band from Estonia.
Okay.
And I will play there end of November, but I don't know the date. You have to check my website, Solaris.
kittysolaris.com?
Yeah, de.
Okay, yeah, kittysolaris.de. You can check the dates. And also on Facebook, you have a Facebook page as well. So either Facebook or kittysolaris.de. And what about you, David?
No.
No?
No gig.
Simple no?
Simple no.
All right, but you still have an artist page on Facebook, right?
No.
No, not either.
No. I still got a Facebook page, but I mean, I wanted to get rid of it, but you can't.
Oh, you can't get rid of it?
It's always there. So I've actually had to get back on it a few times to look, and there was some important things. And as an artist, you have to do it, don't you? I mean, like you did that concert we did, that concert we're done together 3 weeks ago, at the start of at the end of October. We actually did that. We did a Facebook page.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great, guys. Thomas, do we still have time? Because we've basically been going on a bit. Do we have time for a last song, or do we have time for 2 more songs?
Maybe we have time for 2 songs.
So let's go for it.
Let's play 2 songs anyway, and then I'll close the show.
Okay, I start with the short one.
Yeah.
Golden Future Paris.
Golden Future Paris.
There's never lack of money. There's never lack of love. A golden future lies in front of us. We could have so much fun sitting in the sun, swimming in the lake. There's a lot of time to waste. I think we should give it a try before we say goodbye. I think we should give it a try before it's too late, before we break. I've never been to Paris, never been to Rome, I've never been to New York. I always stay at home. I always stay at home. I think we should give it a try before we say goodbye. I think we should give it a try before it's too late, before we break, before it's too late, before we break. There's never lack of money. There's never lack of love. A golden future lies in front of us. I think we should give it a try before we say goodbye. I think we should give it a try before it's too late, before we break, before it's too late, before we break.
Thank you so much, Kitty. And thank you, David, as well. Yeah, shall I close in English? Might as well close in English. Thank you very much, 20FM, for making this happen. And thank you very much to Alex TV for broadcasting. This was our 6th show already. I'm very happy that you were all watching, and I hope to see you again in December. Have a great time. David?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. I got a new CD, so.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so.
It's
No
fantastic.
upcoming gigs, but they're actually
yeah,
CDs.
I have to do that because people would bollock me if I don't.
I just
And what about
listened
this one
now,
here?
It's fantastic.
I think that's a box set of all the stuff I've done, handmade.
And this is called Focus Pocus. Can we have a close-up of that?
You gotta be in the light, you're in the dark.
Where's the light here?
Yeah, that's it's just sick box set
Focus Pocus box set with all of David's.
music. See, line-up.
That's it's a linoleum Schnitt, yeah.
And your new one?
A new one, yeah, it's a bit dark.
So I hold it back up in the light. That is called Wrap Them Up. David J. Hull.
David J. Hull, that sounds good too.
Yeah.
Better than John. I hate the word John.
So who's that man on the back?
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah,
No way.
showing my breasts.
Great one. All right, guys, you know where to buy this, yeah? Where?
Yeah, all outlets of the big shops. Amazon.
All the big ones. Great. Thank you so much for being here, Kitty. Thank you so much for being here, David.
Thank you very much for having
Fantastic.
us.
Thank you.
We're gonna hear one last song from you, David. I'd say so.
Yeah.
Play us out.
Yeah, play us out.
All right.
Right. Vielen
fuck.
Dank. Tausend Dank. Thank you very
I
much.
just trod on the thing. So it's not so easy because I just have to do this F string again.
You can
That's-
get mine.
No, it's good. I'm done. There we go.
She wanted him to move the moon. He said, I have done it, so over there. He said, I want you to be a star. She said, I am one, and took a bath. She liked the things he did in the past. He got an anchor and tied it to a mast. We always want the things we can't have, always insisting on where they should be found. She found the chink and gouged all day to open him up. Wasn't that the way? He said he's sad when all is obeyed, and took it for granted that's what drove him away. Friends said they needed a come and go, so they held hands and went for a stroll. We always want the things we can't have, always insisting on where